Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So finally, we're coming up to May, and at last, the Doctor Who 60th anniversary event, celebrations, whatever you want to call it, get underway. Well, the big one is, of course, going to be in November with the three-part David Tennant and probably a lot of other Doctors going on. That sounds very exciting. But Big Finish has to me, sounds like a really, really good anniversary event planned in once and future. Now, Big Finish, I think, has really quite some good form for anniversary events. They had, what was it, Light at the End for the 50th, which I thought was really genuinely excellent. I really very much enjoyed that. What else they done? They done a bunch of them. The first one they did was not my favourite, right? The 50th release was the greatest. The build up to it was fantastic, right? The build up to it, we had you had what, the Master was the release, and then you had Davros and Omega, different super villain release, and then Zagreus, and of course Zagreus was introduced at the end of the Paul McGann previous season as a new big bad. It all kind of fell on its face. So I don't know why I'm bringing that up right now, because this one looks like it's going to be very, very good. I'm quite excited for it. They previewed it in, what was it? Not in Doctor Who magazine, which they really should have done. They previewed it in Vortex, the Big Finish magazine they put out. So I covered that on my live stream last night. I do live streams every night. Well, pretty much every night. I don't do them on Fridays because I'm super religious and offline. And so you're offline basically on Sabbath, right? And Jewish holidays. So I'm offline, was it Tuesday this week? I don't know when this is going out. Maybe this might be Tuesday it's going out. I don't know. I'm offline. No, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember. I think Wednesday. Is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday? I don't know. There's another Jewish holiday, but basically I live stream on every night, mainly on Rumble, right? Head over to Rumble. It's freaking awesome, right? Rumble, I do Rumble exclusives because YouTube really stifles what we're able to talk about, which is really kind of tricky because one of the main things that we're talking about in Doctor Who, in genre now, is trans issues, because that's very much being brought into Doctor Who with casting of trans actors, and now we've got this casting of Jinx Monsoon. And I feel this is actually a conversation that we really genuinely as a society would very much benefit from having, a non-pejorative discussion, but YouTube prohibits that. So on Rumble, we can actually talk about it and get the issues out. I just feel not talking about it just makes people be able to believe that if you don't agree with them, you hate them. And that's just not the case at all, right? It's genuinely not the case. So that's why I quite like Rumble. And also, they do very well for me. My live streams get 4 or 5 times the views now on Rumble than they do on YouTube. So anyway, head over to Rumble, subscribe to me there. It's freaking awesome. Thank you very much. Look in the video notes. There's a link to Rumble. There's a link to, if you're on there, you don't need it, obviously. My Substack, my email newsletter, which I keep promising, where is it? To do, put out deep fake books on table. I want to do the Virgin New Adventures and Lost Adventures, Missing Adventures, that's what it's called, read by Doctor Who actors. Unfortunately, the one that comes out the best is Peter Capaldi, right? Peter Capaldi absolutely is the best voice to deep fake. So that's going to happen. It's in the video notes also. All my content goes on Twitter and on YouTube until the point where they give me a community strike. So check me out, all of that. Again, all in the video notes. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. Oh, fantastic. And I have to say, something that looks absolutely fantastic is genuinely once in future. I am absolutely excited for it coming out in, about 2-3 weeks now. So let me hand over to me from, again, come and join us on our live streams. We take the piss, we talk about Doctor Who, and we kind of have fun. That's the plan, right? That is the plan. So come and join me there. Now, let me hand over to me from last night. So this is this looking better or worse? I mean, I like all the ingredients. Apart from Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, I've really gone off Kate Lethbridge-Stewart ever since I thought we heard about the unit spin-off. I'm like, oh fuck me, no, leave me alone. Can it really be 60 years since Doctor Who first began on our television screens? It's 50. It's 50th birthday of the 3 Doctors. The 5 Doctors marking its 40th anniversary. Dimension and Time is now 30. Oh, God, help us. And from a Big Finish audio perspective, unbelievably, Zagreus, number 50 in the monthly adventures, will be 20 years old. Man, that's not a very good one for Zagreus. And it's been a decade since the Light at the End. Light at the End was very good, I have to say. I did like that. Big Finish contribution to the Doctor Who's Diamond Anniversary. What, you don't mean Doomsday is just it? Are you doing some more, really? Who'd have thought? Gets underway next month as Once and Future, a special 8-part series begins with one story release a month between now and October, with the concluding final chapter to follow in 2024. It must have something to do with what we're going to be seeing in the 6th anniversary and the Christmas special, right? It's got to have something to do with that, right? That's why it's in 2024. Or as we know, the marketing special as we all know, marking special occasions and arranging celebrations takes a long time to do. Producer David Richards started thinking about this milestone 4 years ago, making the anniversary story unique, own special hook. Well, you know, it's like 5 Doctors. You just mash everything up together, right? It's like, you know, okay, just do it so it's not shit, right? Like the End was very good for that reason. And Once in Future, there's a twist. David tells Vortex, I've been traveling back through correspondence trying to find when this first germ of anniversary series came to mind. It was 2019 when I emailed producers Jason A. Gallery and Nicholas Briggs saying, the 60th anniversary will be here before you know it. It's 4 years away, but we all need time to make something huge. It's going to be huge. They're coming from China. It's going to be huge. And I pitched them the idea of a Doctor Who being injured in the Time War and his body degenerating, flipping back through his various incarnations. I felt that with numerous multiple Doctor stories already under our belt, it wouldn't feel special to do just a straight multi-Doctor story. I tend to agree with you there, actually, and their multi-Doctor stories are pretty good, but I tend to agree with you there. And they do a lot of interesting stuff of like going stories. They have like 3 story linked sets with different Doctors, which that was actually quite good. They got a few of those actually. They're all pretty good. There we go. Yeah, so they want to do something a little different. I need different programs and still within including as many incarnations of the Doctor. Things that have evolved as time has passed, including the chance to use 2 Doctors from the 21st Century series. David saying for a long time this was going to be a 6-release miniseries, but then what grew was the Doctors joined more Doctors joined Big Finish. Who could have dreamt that we would get both Chris Rexon and David Tennant in our 6th anniversary special? That's pretty darn cool. I do agree with them, right? Once the Future has long been in gestation. The recording has spanned the whole run of COVID-19 pandemic. The first session were concluded remotely at the height of lockdown, and then we moved into a hybrid recordings as things opened up. And by the very end of recording, which was February 1st, 2023, it was an entirely studio affair. I tell you, that whole lockdown shit, I don't know. Do you find it like kind of fading away already? Like how fucking weird that was, right? Oh, man. I don't know. Weird times, mate. Weird times. Where are we up to? Fine. So it's been a massive story to put together with the backdrop of a major event. I do hope the listeners will enjoy it. Well, I listen. I think we enjoy scope, right? I think scope is a pretty darn good thing, right? Normally speaking. As David says, our little chats about Once and Future began in 2019, but when he first thoughts about what Big Finish could do for the 6th anniversary, David had this idea where the Doctor is somehow slipping between bodies during the course of these adventures, so we could set up a mystery. Okay, so writer Robert Valentine, who gets a lot of shit, by the way, because the H.P. Lovecraft story, I think, I have it on reasonably good authority. The things people don't like about the story were shoehorned in.
by the BBC. That is my my guess, my word, and the word on the street. Red Robin Valentine kicks everything with past lives, which is set in the midst of the Time War. The Doctor is found. There we go. Found on the battlefield. He manages to get to the TARDIS, setting off to find out what happened to him. So the Doctor has been injured and his body glows with energy, but this is no regeneration into a future form. Instead, the Doctor's past lives faces begin to appear as he flits haphazardly between incarnations. Look, they played around this idea in comic books more than once, right? Funhouse was a good example of it. Was it Alan, Steve Parkhouse, John Ridgway in the art? Gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous page where the Doctor's like running through the TARDIS, degenerating as he goes. It's just a beautiful piece of artwork. Hey, maybe let me try and find that. Where is that? Hang on. It's in. There it goes. It will be in which folder? I think, is this it? No. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. Look at this folder. Fine. Is it World Shapers or The Flood? You think that World Shapers or Voyager? My mind is on Voyager. Hang on. I'm going through the pages, seeing what's in this one. Here we go. Finally, pull this up. Oh man, I love John Ridgway's artwork. It is so freaking gorgeous. Hang on, getting there. Scrolling through lots of pages. Oh. Okay, yeah, now we're getting close. Here it is. Yeah, I'll open the 3-page sequence. I mean, just so you get to see the how it breaks down. Yeah, again, this is something that's long been talked about in comic books. In Doctor Who comics. There's it. Doink. So this is Frobisher. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing Frobisher. And they're caught in this like intense weird house thing. And so they do this thing that that sends time flowing backwards through the TARDIS, right? So and Frobisher's like devolving at the same time. Look at this! I love this. It goes from Colin Baker to Peter Davison to Tom Baker to John Pertwee, Patrick Troughton. Yeah, a perfect rendition. And then great epilogue page, right? Oh, gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous, right? So yeah, I mean, like I remember what was it during one of the before the Rusty Davies Time War, there was another Time War in the BBC books, I think, and they had this like weapon that a Time War would run right at their enemy, and they would keep regenerating, and the regenerating was charging up the weapon that explodes as it got there. So it goes staggering to the darkness, finding mystery of his degeneration. Who has done this to him? How and why? And from Earth to the stars, across the array of the familiar times and places, he follows the clues, retraces the steps, encounters old friends and enemies. It's the 5 Doctors. Everyone's in it. It's fun. Shut up. Leave it alone. Enjoy yourself, mate. Tumbling through his lives, the Doctor must stop his degeneration before he loses himself completely, and by the end of episode 7, essentially. Episode 8 will tell us something. It will give us some kind of spoiler to the Shooty Gatwa, whatever's going on there. Rob said it's incredibly exciting to kick off the 60th anniversary celebrations of Big Finish. Hey, I'm sure excited. The wider context of this being Doctor Who's Diamond Jubilee, the party begins here. It really kind of does. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to this. We find the Doctor and in the most chaotic situation imaginable. He's been blasted by some sort of degeneration weapon. Meanwhile, the meddling monk has a price on his head. Sarah Jane Smith and Kate Stewart Osgood are being menaced by an alien, a belligerent alien race with plans to revive their former glory. Okay. Relive their glory days, I should say. This adventure, in the adventure, you'll get revisit one or two familiar locations of the Doctor's past and a lot of old faces. Writing for Tom Baker's Fourth Incarnation, it's the most fun I've ever had on Doctor Who. That's what it is. Okay, this sounds like it's going to be fun. And having him reunite with Sarah Jane Smith and meeting the 21st Century Unit, was it like, what's that? I just fell asleep. Kate Lethbridge was talking. If you're a fan of, I am, of the monk as played by Rufus Hound, he's up to a lot of no good in this one. I like Rufus Hound's monk. I like it a lot. Matt adds, this is full-on celebration of 6 years. Throwing together friends, commanders, and enemies, different Doctors, and playing tribute to some degree to every single era of the show. It's lovely to see these connections, and of course have a classic Doctor Who represented in Sarah Jane tying in with modern unit. That's always fun to do. We're only at the beginning of the adventure, so we're just starting to figure out what's going on. There are many more secrets and mysteries to be uncovered. Rob concludes, Past Lives is very much an opening chapter to the Once and Future saga. It kicks off the mystery of who or what is behind the Doctor's predicament. Fortunately, because I script edited the climactic story of the sequence, I know where it's all leading to, which was a big help writing this one. Well, I'm sure it was. All I can say is, it's as big as Big Finish gets. That's definitely the vibe I get. You know, I think I got the trailer. Let's have a look at the trailer. So much stuff here. Too much stuff here. Did I get rid of it? Oh, there it is. Good. Doink.
Finish Productions.
No! It's wrong! It's all gone wrong!
Doctor Who, Once and Future, Past Lives.
I think it's the Doctor, sir.
Help me! We have to stop it! I must fight it. I must resist!
Yeah, there's Stephen. I do like Stephen Lewis' first Doctor. Lightning gets the thunder. Rabbi streams are always an LSD trip. Well, I do what I can to entertain you. One good thing about what says Woodhouse 122 is about Jinx casting. Bold Strike has returned. Yes, he has. That is an epic video. I honestly, I think it's too early to say it's the worst ever, but it's a great video.
Right, first things first. What's the current situation, Doctor?
Short-term memory scrambled. TARDIS bruised and reproachful. Regeneration cycle all over the place.
I say, Sarah Jane Smith! You look lost.
Oh.
So what year is this set in? I don't know. Okay, it's like to have Sarah Jane Smith with Osgood and Kate.
Oh, it's you.
Hello there.
Doctor.
Kate Lethbridge, how wonderful.
Hello, Dr. Petronella Osgood, at your service.
You might say I'm revisiting a past life.
Doctor, how far back do you go?
I'm suffering from the effects of some sort of degeneration weapon.
Finally, our time has come.
I mean, again, it's all about finding the right context to put your fan wankiness in. Really, and I think this works quite nicely, quite frankly.
We've drawn attention to ourselves.
On the cannons, shoot that thing out of the sky.
It's coming right for us, isn't it? Yes, at quite considerable speed. Perhaps we should. It's too late.
That's like, really, is there a line she can deliver with urgency?
Big Finish for the love of stories.
Okay, Tom, you taught me back. I'm back on board again. So yeah, that comes out. For me, I think it's going to be a recommend, right? I think that sounds like it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. I think there's going to be a recommend.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.